Good morning, my loves. How are you? It is a cool day here. Not cold. I mean, it's 84 degrees, but it's 6 in the morning. So what do you expect? High today is 100 and God only knows what. I mean, you're in Arizona. It could be 111. It could be 108. You just roll with it. But we have rain. So if you hear rumbling in the background, it's not my tummy. It's thunder. I'll give you a quick look. It's just cloudy, but I love the thunder. Love thunder. I slept so good from about, 2 in the morning or a couple of hours because of the thunder. I'm not sure how much rain we have, but I love the thunder. It's great. This is really something I really would like you to watch, share, keep, whatever. Do you realize, and think about this for a minute, your childhood made you who you are today. It could have been a blessing. It could have been in spite of your childhood. You made it, you are who you are today. Everybody's different. Your parents, family, could have been your first cheerleaders, cheering you on, encouraging you, giving you hugs, lifting you up, or they could have been your first bully, tearing you down, demeaning you, criticizing you, making you feel worthless. But stop for a minute, and I want you to think about your parents. You may love them, you may hate them, whatever, but look at their parents. Were your parents given parenting tools? Some were, some weren't. But parenting is a learned behavior, so keep that in mind, okay? Your parenting style was learned from your parents. Now, if you had a crappy childhood, I pray to God you were a cycle breaker and you said, hey, I'm not doing it that way. Nope, I'm doing it different. But nonetheless, you learned that from your parents. You learned, I don't want to do that. I am not raising my kids in violence, in drugs, in a hostile, toxic environment, or whatever it may have been. And on the other hand, you could have had this amazing childhood and you thought, oh my gosh, I hope I'm half the parent my parents are. Everybody's different, but look at your life and look at mom and dad's. And if possible, look at your grandparents. Look at generational trauma, violence, alcoholism, drug abuse, poverty. There's some people that poverty is almost a comfort zone because it's how their whole family has been raised. And then you have that one kiddo that decides, I'm going to college. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into the military. I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to be different than my family. The cycle breaker. And those people have courage. That's pretty awesome. I'm always really proud of them. There are families that carry on, everybody's a doctor, everybody's a lawyer, everybody's an electrician, everybody's in the military, whatever. Love that. But just, I want you to look at your life and look at their life, okay? Now I want you to look at your kiddo's life. What are you for your kid? Are you lifting them up? When you go in to wake them up this morning or when they slither out of bed, depending on if school has started yet, is the first thing out of your mouth when you see your kiddo today going to be, well, good morning, precious, I love you. What do you want for breakfast? Or we're out of Cheerios or whatever it is. But it's one of the first things you're going to tell them is that you love them. Should be. It really, really should be. Now, depending on the age of the child, they may or may not say it back. You may just get a, that's from the preteen teens. You're going to get a, you may get a me too, you may get a hug. But please, hug your kiddo, lift them up, tell them you love them. Make that a norm in your family. How many times or were you hugged yesterday? Now, I live by myself. Finn is my cat, is no longer with us. So I'm not getting hugs, but I'm okay with that. But for people in a relationship, people with kiddos, please, First words out of your mouth when you see them in the morning is, I love you. If they will let you near them, give them a hug. They are a gift. They are a blessing. Not everybody sees it that way. But in my opinion, they are. Just let them know you love them. Kids screw up. God knows I did. I think one of the worst things I ever did in childhood, and it sounds stupid, but to a kid, it's a big thing. I lost a library book. It was under the bed. But it was the day in class, you have certain days that you go in the library. I was in second grade, couldn't find the library book. I was in a panic. My mom was livid because she didn't want me to be late for school, and I was in a panic. I couldn't find my school book. I got in all kinds of trouble. The book had just fallen and slid under the bed, just right under the bed. It wasn't that big a deal. She really was not the cheerleader type. She was with certain people, but I wasn't one of those certain people, and that's okay. But it made me very self-critical because she was so critical of me. It made me, growing up, doubt myself. For years, I had a huge startle response, if you know what that is. Somebody walks up behind you, you're working or you're busy, and somebody says, hey, and you jump. They walk up and they touch you, and you jump. I had a huge startle response. A lot of people used to say, that means you're guilty of something. No, it means you were traumatized by someone. That's what it means. You were traumatized, you were victimized, you were bullied. That's why you have a startle response. Because you're used to when somebody comes up behind you, they're going to attack you verbally, emotionally, physically. That's why you have a startle response. Yeah. So how are you with your kiddos? When they lose a library book, do you come frickin' unglued? If they're doing their math homework and they erase too hard and tear the paper, are you going to just come unglued? Or are you going to make them rewrite the whole thing? Trust me, that's happened. Absolutely, it's happened. But look how you're parenting. How do you treat your child? Do you say, instead of just, you got to rewrite that whole thing, you erase too hard, or you have a little gray spot on your paper, you erase too hard. Rewrite it right now. I'm standing here and I'm watching you. And I want perfect penmanship. I want perfect printing. Yeah, that's hard on a 6-year-old. That's hard. When you're trying hard, you're doing your best, you're getting A's or gold stars or whatever, and they're tearing you down like that. They're just always lurking over your shoulder, criticizing you. Don't do that to your babies. Say, well, darn, okay, you got a tear. Tell you what, let's rewrite it and see how well we can do. You can present it to them without making them feel like shit. That's what I want you to do. And when they do something great, and I mean really, really good, report cards come out and they made honor roll. They pulled up a C to an A. Maybe they pulled up a D to a B, whatever. I'm not saying bake them a cake. You can if you want to, but recognize that. Recognize their accomplishments. If they're struggling with something and they overcome it, recognize that. It's big. Build them up. Let them know, honey, you can do anything. You have the ability, the wisdom to do anything. Don't tell them, well, you're not, they make a B in math or a C, maybe a D. Don't say, well, you're just stupid. You're not trying hard enough. Maybe they're trying. Maybe they're dyslexic. Maybe it's the way the teacher's teaching. Find out what the problem is. Maybe they just need a tutor. Maybe you need to talk to the teacher. Maybe the teacher's an ass. We've all had those teachers. But find out what's going on in your kiddo's life before you start judging them too hard, okay? Kids are special. Your voice, the words you say yesterday, day before, today, that's going to remain in your child's brain and in your child's heart the rest of their life. Yeah. I'm 67. I'll be 67 in, 2 weeks. I still remember my mom's voice criticizing me. I still remember the hateful, hurtful things that were said and done that made me feel about this big. And she enjoyed that. That gave her a sense of power, a sense of control. Yeah, you're a parent and you have power and you have control, but you should have compassion and empathy. Things that are huge to a kid that mean that most to them, it might be nothing to an adult. Absolutely nothing. Just, your kid comes home crying because of something. You say, get over it. You're fine. Oh, please. You don't know problems. Hey, to them, it's a big deal. If it's a big deal to your kiddo, honey, it's a big deal to you. If your bestie comes to you with a problem that might be absolutely ridiculous, you're going to sit down with them and you're going to listen and you're going to be supportive. Why can't you be that way with your kid? That's all I'm asking you to do. Be compassionate and listen. Please don't tell them to man up. Oh, you're fine, please. You don't know problems. Walk it off. Well, put a Band-Aid on it. What do you want me to do? No. I mean, I'm not telling you to catastrophize and blow it out of proportion, but be compassionate, be empathetic. That's all I'm asking. If they don't understand something, take the time, make the time to explain it. If you're busy on the computer, with work, if you're in the kitchen, if you're folding clothes, if you're just doing something and they come up, Mom, I want a hug. Dad, please, can I have a hug? You want to watch a movie with me? I'm bored. What do you want to do with me? Don't blow them off. Take a minute, turn around and give them a hug. Tell them, we'll do something when I'm done. Right now I'm busy. But acknowledge them, love them, encourage them. Don't blow them off. Don't make them feel this big. Because your voice, your criticisms, the energy you give off, they're going to carry with them the rest of their life. Look at your life. Look at things your family has said and done to you and where you are today. Are you paying that forward to your child? Good, bad, or indifferent? Think about that. Your voice, your energy, it's the building block of your child's life, and they're going to carry that forever. Think about that.